Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles Odell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today we are looking at the most common and costly issues in aging mobile homes based on our latest research at mobilehomefriend.com. You know, an older mobile home, it can be a fantastic investment, a real dream, but it can also turn into a complete and total money pit. The only difference really is knowing what to look for, and that's what we're going to break down today, step by step.
So we've broken this down into 4 key areas. First up, we're talking structural integrity. That's the bones of the home. Then we'll get into weatherproofing and water damage. Basically, it's shield against the outside world. Third, we'll dive into the critical systems. Think of these as its vital organs. And finally, the big one, the financial deal breakers. These are the things that can just stop a sale cold. All right, you ready? Let's jump in.
Okay, first things first, structural integrity. And let's be crystal clear, this is 100% non-negotiable. Everything else you see, the cool kitchen, the nice floors, the new paint, it all depends on a solid, stable base. A home is only as good as what it's standing on.
So picture this. You're walking up to a home you're thinking of buying. There's a million things to look at, right? Where do you even begin? What's that one single thing that can tell you more about the health of that home than pretty much anything else?
It's the foundation. See, problems down there don't just stay there. Oh no, they send signals all the way through the rest of the house. A bad foundation isn't just a problem, it's a symptom of bigger issues and the cause of a dozen more. So how do you spot the trouble? Well, you've got to use your senses. Sometimes you can literally feel a sloping floor the second you walk inside. But look for the other clues too. Do the doors stick? Do the windows jam? That's not just annoying, it means the whole frame of the house is getting twisted. And those diagonal cracks in the drywall, that's a huge red flag, a stress fracture telling you the home is sinking unevenly. And this table here perfectly shows what you're looking for when you peek underneath. A good solid pier is on a cement footing, standing straight and tall. The problem pier? Well, that's the one sinking into the dirt, leaning over, all rusted out. And a huge reason for this is just bad drainage that lets water pool underneath, turning the ground to mush and wrecking the whole support system.
So we just talked about how water underneath the home can absolutely destroy a foundation. And that leads us right into our next section, weatherproofing. Because if the foundation holds the home up, its ability to keep water out is what keeps it from rotting from the inside.
And that is not an exaggeration, believe me. Water is relentless. It'll find the tiniest crack in a roof, a bad seal on a window, and once it's in, it just silently goes to work, destroying the wood and structure of the home, leading to some unbelievably expensive repairs.
Now check this out, because the difference here is huge. Most homes built since the 80s have asphalt shingles. When those go bad, you're talking a full replacement, we're talking $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. But a lot of the older homes have these rolled steel roofs, and if they're leaking, you might be able to fix it yourself for just a couple $100 in roof coating. Knowing which roof you're dealing with is a massive deal for your budget.
Okay, so stains on the ceiling, that's the obvious one. But you gotta go deeper. Walk the perimeter of every room, right up against the walls, and really feel for any soft spots in the floor. And seriously, push on the walls. If a wall wiggles or feels mushy, that could mean the studs inside are completely rotted out. These are not just cosmetic problems. They're signs of deep structural decay. All right, we've looked at the skeleton and the skin of the home. Now it's time to check its vital organs: the plumbing, the electrical, and the HVAC. When these things fail, it gets expensive, and in some cases, pretty dangerous. Now, if you're looking at a home built in the 80s or early 90s, you absolutely need to know about polybutylene pipes. This stuff, PB pipe, was supposed to be a miracle product. It was cheap, it was flexible, it was easy. The only problem, it rotted from the inside out. So it could look perfectly fine right up until the moment it just bursts and floods your entire home.
Yeah, this timeline tells the whole story, doesn't it? After about a decade of catastrophic failures and a massive lawsuit, they just stopped making this stuff. Now, today, you pretty much can't get insurance on a home with PB pipes. It's a deal breaker. But there is some good news. As we noted on the site, replacing this plumbing is actually way easier in a mobile home, and you can often get it all done for under $1,000.
When it comes to the electrical, the wiring from the factory is usually pretty solid.
The real danger, the thing you got to watch out for, is sketchy DIY work from previous owners. Someone adding a new outlet or wiring up a shed who didn't know what they were doing, that can overload the whole system and create a massive fire hazard. A messy electrical panel is a really bad sign.
So how do you know if the heating and cooling is about to die? Here's the #1 clue. Look for window AC units. That is a giant flashing red light. It means the central air isn't working right and the owners have given up and gone with a cheap fix. It's a pretty sure sign that a brand new, very expensive HVAC system is in your future.
And now for our last section, and this one is crucial. The things we're about to talk about aren't just about how much a repair will cost. No, this is about whether you can even get a loan, or get insurance, or have the home appraised for its value at all. These are the absolute, honest-to-goodness deal breakers.
I want you to burn this year into your memory, 1976. Seriously, this is the great dividing line in the world of manufactured homes. It's what separates modern, regulated homes from the older ones that are often impossible to finance.
So what's so special about that date? Well, on June 15, 1976, the federal HUD code went into effect. It set national safety and construction standards for the first time. Any home built before that date is called pre-HUD, and to banks and insurance companies, it's a huge risk. For you, that usually means it's a cash-only purchase. And this right here, this might be the most important takeaway of this entire guide. That little metal plate, the HUD data plate, is basically the home's birth certificate. It proves it meets federal standards. If that plate is gone, you can't get a loan. Period, no exceptions. If you want the full technical breakdown on how to find yours or get a replacement, check the post on mobilehomefriend.com.
This chart really sums it all up, doesn't it? Look at what insurance companies are worried about most. Number 1, by a long shot, is that pre-1976 build date. But look at number 2, a damaged foundation. That takes us right back to the very first thing we talked about. Insurers know that a bad foundation makes a home a bad risk, plain and simple.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up into your personal pre-purchase checklist, your game plan. Number 1, get down and look at that foundation and skirting. Number 2, hunt for every single sign of a leak, past or present. Number 3, find that HUD plate, verify the paperwork. And number 4, and this is so important, get an insurance quote before you even think about making an offer. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
So, an older mobile home can be an amazing investment. It really can. But the question is, are you ready to look past the fresh paint and the new carpet and see the real picture underneath? The true value is rarely on the surface. It's in the bones, the shield, and the paperwork. And remember, the Mobile Home Friend website has guides to help you with every single one of these steps. Thanks for watching. For more guides and the full article on this topic, head over to mobilehomefriend.com. Don't forget to check the links in the description below.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomeframe.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.